I did a pro athlete test and these were the results. You gotta really like give it to my boy for actually just continuing. Honestly, knowing how much he's just literally been injured every time he tries to be athletic, even in the slightest bit. I would have been giving up, but you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? See what he's talking about in here, baby girls.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, is an exciting episode of SUB6. Obviously, this series is all about documenting my training and the process in which I'm trying to do a sub-6 hour half Ironman. Now, some updates.
I thought it was like a sub down type
triathlon training on pause just to focus on my rehab and strength work just to get back to running. Because I've actually got a little bit of shin splints. I struggled with shin splints last year. A lot of you actually messaged me saying you also struggle with shin splints. So maybe in a future episode, I'll walk over what I'm doing in terms of rehab. Today's episode is going to be all about testing, so I'm getting my base numbers done for my triathlon.
Wow.
i.e. I'm doing an FTP test on the bike, which is coming up first, and then we're going to my vital metrics and getting a full scan and a VO2 max done on me. It's very, very interesting stuff, so stay tuned and let's get on the bike for the FTP test. Okay, two things I need to address before I start this ramp test. Okay, thing number one, this is a headband. No, it's not for my hair. A lot of people message me saying, Theo, why are you wearing a headband? You got no hair. Well, that may be true. I wear it to stop the sweat going in my eyes, and if you do indoor cycling, you would know that it gets very, very sweaty, even with a lovely fan down here. Thing number two, this Whoop band on my arm, does it connect to your Zwift, your iPad?
That's insane.
Yes, it does. You can get your heart rate on your bike, because a lot of people ask me that. Whoop is amazing, and I'll touch on Whoop a little bit more later on in this video. But with that being said, it's time to do a ramp test.
Still sweating?
So to kick things off on this ramp test, we've got a 5-minute warm-up ride.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you guys live in saunas in the UK.
Progressively getting higher and higher in wattage to inevitably give you your FTP and your watt per weight ratio. Now in the past, I'll give you some previous stats I've done. January the 5th, 2022, I weighed 82.5 kg, which gave me a 209 watt FTP, which is about 2.5 watts per kilo. Now this all might mean gobbledygook to you, but if you're training for an Ironman, or any form of triathlon, any form of cycling, this will be interesting knowledge to you. So even with my injured rectus femoris tendon, on October the 30th, 2023, weighing in at 85.5 kg, so a little bit lighter, my FTP was 252 watts, which is really, really good for me. I'm really happy with that. That was close to 3 watts per kilo, 2.93. Even though I've not been cycling as much because I've been focused on getting back to playing football recently, I'm still hoping to, you know, as close to 252 watts as I can. By now, you would have probably seen me wearing this.
Are you wearing two watches?
Oh, you've got a Whoop device on?
It's a Whoop. Anyways, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Whoop. It is a wearable fitness tracker that helps you optimize your sleep,
your recovery, your calories,
and overall health. But don't just take my word on how good Whoop is. Some of the top athletes in the world are now using Whoop to help optimize their training and recovery, and I've even got these lot wearing it.
No, I got one, then Josh got one, then Toby got one.
My Whoop band.
Leaderboard was good. I saw everyone else and I was like, damn, I'm working harder than them.
Since wearing Whoop, my training and my progress has absolutely shot up, and this is down to the fact that I can now track my sleep and recovery accurately through the Whoop app. Whether your goal is to lose fat, gain muscle, improve sleep, or just generally improve your overall health, Whoop is there to help you 24/7 and act as your very own personalized coach on your wrist. I've had a lot of people asking me on Instagram, what is the app you're using to track your training in the gym? And that is the Whoop Strength Trainer. It's a super easy way to track your gym progress and make those gains. Right now, you can try Whoop for free with a 1-month free trial using my link in the description down below. And if you don't like it within that month, you can simply cancel and send it back for free. But I promise you this now, Whoop will change your training, optimize your health and overall well-being. And also, if you do sign up to Whoop, join my community on the app and we can offer some tips and tricks on how we can all get better and improve our health. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have started. 3 minutes in, we're up to 160 watts. Still relatively easy at this point. It starts to get hard around that 240-ish from what I remember. Holding 200 watts now. Here we go, we're at that 240 wattage. Starting to feel a bit of lactate in my legs now. 260.
Little milk in those titties. Little milk in those titties, huh?
Right, that is test complete. Okay, I've done the calculations. I've got some very interesting results. I held 256 watt average throughout the test. My threshold power is 243.2, which is obviously lower than the 252 20-minute FTP score I got in October. However, my watts per kilo is higher. So in October, it was 2.93. My watts per kilo today is 2.97. It is slightly higher, which I guess is a good thing. It means I'm generating more power per weight. And something super interesting about why this test is so useful is that in the Tour de France and professional cycling, a lot of like team principals, the higher up coaches can quite literally predict if their rider is going to win the Tour de France because their FTP and their watt per kilo can be a certain number, and that will just guarantee them the win, which is really interesting. After not cycling in like 6 weeks and obviously doing a single leg strength day yesterday, I'm very happy with my scores. Now it is time to get on to the rest of the testing, which is super, super exciting. Huge day. 3 tests we are doing today, okay? We have got ourselves a VO2 max test, which I've talked about in a previous video. We've also got a DEXA scan, which I've never done before, and a resting metabolic rate test. 3 very interesting things coming right up. And I tell you what, I've woken up with 95% recovery today. I'm here to smash my VO2 max test. I believe last year I got a score of 54, which is considered pretty good. I think it's like excellent. I don't think we're gonna beat that because that was like towards the end of my Ironman training, but you know, we're gonna give it our all today and find out exactly what our VO2 max is, whatever a DEXA scan is, and a resting metabolic rate test.
Whatever these nuts are.
Jesus. Even though I've only just been able to run, I've been doing a lot of cycling. I feel fitter.
So
fucking like that shit, you dirty
scan,
bitch.
obviously this side, then we get you over to the other side. We'll do resting metabolic rate first, and then obviously get you on the run for the VO2 max test. Whenever you're ready.
Height and weight.
Height and weight.
Please stand upright and look straight. Your weight is 86.00 kilograms. Your height is 182.4 centimeters.
40G next, which is that sort of lit up.
Wow. Bloody hell.
And we're going to step in and hit start.
So it's
on the screen.
5'3", 80 kilos?
Step out. And then we just want hands flat against the bed, fingertips together.
Chat, how come nobody did the math? Hurry up. Come on. Somebody figure it out.
Okay, that's all done. You can pop yourself up, get yourself changed into
Running gear.
Did a good job staying still.
Well, I'm used to that with the amount of MRIs I've had, so.
So obviously nose goes in there. We want that nice and snug.
The only thing I care about is being taller than your mother successful, and I am, so. I don't really care.
DEXA scan, body G, which is your
It's a 3D model.
3D model of the body.
As long as
And now
I
we're
can
about
get
to do
deep
the
inside of
resting
that fucking
metabolic
thing.
rate, which is how many calories your body burns per day at rest, which is the baseline for nutrition, really, which is quite interesting.
You can just take a seat and chill. We're going to just let this calibrate first so it's ready for your breath. The test lasts 15 minutes. Main purpose of the goal, get as close to rest as possible. So obviously don't fall asleep, but sort of try and be as super chill.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to talk again. I was just playing a game with my resting heart rate on Whoop. I was like, how low can I get it while sitting here? This is the big boy test now. When I came here 2 years ago, I got a score of 54.
I think it was 56.
The 56?
So I'm playing yourself. It's 56.9.
56.9.
So pretty much 57.
Obviously, with a VO2 max test, the higher the score, the better. What would you say is like good for someone my age? 28.
I mean, in terms
7. I was close.
So we've got normative data in terms of percentiles and kind of where that'd rank you. Anything over 52.4
Anything over 52.4 is superior.
for your age range, yeah. And then sort of elite level is you're looking 60s onwards.
I want to try and hit 52.
So I'd probably be at like
Test is gonna run
65,
anywhere from
70,
sort of
chat.
12 to 20 minutes in total. Obviously we're trying to work you up to your peak and just progressively get you from your zone 1 all the way up to your zone 5. Test has started, so it's just our initial.
Got an itch on my nose. Horrendous.
Okay, we're going to move you up to your 6.7 now. How are we feeling? All good? Cool. So essentially with these figures, we're just trying to get that up to a 1, basically. So that's his exchange ratio. So that's the amount of oxygen he's taken in compared to the amount of CO2 he's blown out as a percentage. So obviously they'll get to a point where the amount of oxygen he's taken in is at its peak, CO2's crept up, overtaken, and we get a 1 point something. So if he was to stop now, that would be his max. It's looking good so far, if I had to guess. He's on track. How are we feeling? Good man, well done. Excellent work so far, well done.
Imagine he just falls down. Are you
doing really well. Keep pushing.
Are you insane successful?
How are we feeling? Good, yeah? Good, getting there, well done. Good man, well done. Probably got about 2 minutes left. Yeah, if we can push, good job. So close. Really good, Theo. Good man, Theo, well done. Keep pushing. Final minutes to push, okay? Come on, let's go. We've got about 40 seconds left. Last 10. Good, go. Push.
Probably been so tight. Like, why did I just go for that long?
Good man, well done. Smashed it. How you feeling, okay?
I just died a little bit.
Suddenly it goes like that.
That'll normally be the point, because that's where your anaerobic threshold is. So as soon as that crossover, it's all anaerobic now. So that's just your lungs just trying to push you for that sort of last minute. But that's quite typical of VO2, sort of as soon as it gets tough, you're pretty much at the end.
Yeah.
How's that? As bad as you can remember?
Not as bad as I remembered.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, in a weird way.
Yep.
I feel like I've done a lot of pain work over the last 2 years. I've only really been doing like aerobic stuff, so low intensity for the past like 3-4 months since the injury. It wasn't until about 2 weeks ago that I started doing higher intensity anaerobic stuff.
I mean, that being said, then these results aren't bad at all, to be honest.
Really?
We got you up to a 54.8, so still superior. Obviously, you've kept that anaerobic threshold.
Yeah.
A little bit of a drop off, obviously, where you've probably focused more now on your kind of zone 1, zone 2 stuff, and kind of just trying to build back up from the bottom, really.
Yeah. 54.8, I'm really happy with.
Okay, excellent. Yeah,
I'm really happy with that. Prior to injury, so this is September, I was probably the fittest I've been in a while. So I probably had some form of base.
Yeah.
Mate, the results make sense though, so it's quite interesting.
Well, I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
Hard work done, results time. So we'll run you through a 3D model of yourself first. In terms of the upper arms, potential little imbalance here, so you can see right arms.
My right arm's stronger than my left arm, yeah.
Okay, so sort of looking at muscle mass on the DEXA. When we get to it, we'll have a look at sort of the muscle mass in the upper arms, and potentially there'll be a little bit of an imbalance there that we can look out for. In terms of thighs, relatively symmetrical. Same goes for the calves. I mean, in terms of the posture, we're looking pretty strong. Level of the shoulders, we can see slightly raised on this left side, which could be due to rather injury or potential sort of tightness running through sort of trapped muscles.
Physio always tell, like, I'm always a bit like that.
A bit tense.
Yeah.
Okay, so trying to sort of relax those shoulders.
That 20-minute was a 9.6 strain.
Have you found like training with Whoop has...
It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing. The recovery as well, and HRV.
That's kind of what I use it for, so I mainly use it for the sleep and sort of the strain stuff, I feel.
But it made me notice that my sleep is just awful, and it has made a noticeable difference as well.
Which is good.
Yeah.
In terms of bone density, we're a little bit low today, so we're in minus, so minus 1.1. We would like this a little bit higher, but it's not in a range where it's sort of cause for concern. What we typically recommend to people with low bone density is to make sure you strength train, so your heavy compounds, your deadlifts, your squats, that kind of thing that's going to put stimulus through the bone for them to then sort of grow back stronger. Vitamin D supplementation and vitamin K2 are two quite good ones. Next thing is the main purpose of the scan, so the body composition. So body fat percentage today, we're at 15.7% body fat.
Wow.
Gets you in healthy range for men, which is anywhere from 8 to 20%.
That's a lot lower than I thought it was going to be, I can't lie.
Resting metabolic rate test, obviously you're doing it sitting as opposed to laying down.
Yeah.
So this can be anywhere from sort of 10 to 20% elevated, but you can definitely use this.
Because if he lost like,
you're looking around sort of
probably
3% calories,
you would start seeing like abs.
Total daily energy expenditure, however active you are in a day, however many calories you burn on the Whoop or whatever it may be.
He's pretty close to being
like 200 grams of protein a day. Does that sound about right?
We aim for sort of 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if you're at 200, yeah, you'll be more than enough. Yes, you'll be fine. Last test we done was the torture device just there. The VO2 max test done really, really well today. 54.8 in terms of the score that we got you to, and ramped you up to a max heart rate of 191. I mean, if you can operate at 191 like you were, it's always a good indication of sort of a strong heart. So yeah, anaerobic threshold, so the point to where it becomes anaerobic, so your high intensity stuff, so that crossover was at 189. True heart rate zones, so if you want to match these up to your specific zone training, these are your zones. So you're even still in your zone 1, even when we got up to that speed, which is actually really good. Probably where you've built up that aerobic base quite well. And that's pretty much everything that we've run over today. Have you got any questions sort of regarding anything that we've sort of seen today?
I'm just quite happy with everything, to be honest. Yeah, like really happy, like a lot more happy than I thought I was going to come out of this, to be honest.
As far as like our metrics go and kind of where we want people to be, I mean, performing above and beyond, I mean, in terms of the aerobic fitness, so super happy with that stuff, which is obviously brilliant with all the stuff you've got sort of planned this year.
Good to have updated heart rate zones as well. That's always good to have. Mate, thank you so much.
No worries.
Yeah, mate, wicked. Thank you very much. That's quality.
That's quality. So quality, man. No, but dead ass though, man. If any of you guys are ever going for any type of major weight loss, or even just trying to train for something specific, always go get your blood drawn, do little things like this. Even if you can't do everything you saw in the video, go do what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Go make it happen. Do it for you, Daddy. Do it for you.